Hey, what's up? So some corrections from the first chapter. Um, Collection of Mana did come out 3 years before um, Trials of Mana, the remake. So people, did have some time to meet and greet the legendary, third game. Um, Still, just yeah, really amazing that remake exists, that it was given the treatment that it got, that it's as good as it is. Um, and I mean, just look at this. And yes, the map is concealed, which is nice. So we have to go out there, um, scratch our way. Um, oh, a person who's chosen in the Hunger Games is called the Tribute, and oh, and then the other thing. Um, that yes, a lot of the characters here don't seem as interested as they should in the right ways of the situation at hand of what they're doing. They don't question it much, you know. We're off to see the mana tree. Um, and there is someone else who did have a lot of questions for it. The main antagonist of the fucking game. Who I don't remember what his name is, and like I said, I didn't really watch all of his shit, but we're gonna watch it this time. And so we'll see how misinformed I've been this whole time. And maybe this game does really answer the deeper questions. Because I remember the main bad guy, he had a girlfriend, and he had his Hina, and I think she was chosen, and he had his Val's sister, whatever her name is, and so then this guy went long ago, yeah, he was a little ticked off, and he decided to do something about it. I don't remember what, something with monsters and the Mevadons and the goddess, and we'll see. But yeah, like I said, a lot of stuff I really didn't pay attention to. And so look at this. So it's like, I said, yeah, it's so wonderful that Trials, that heal me up, that Trials got the service that it did, and you look at this, and it's like, well, did this did well? No, it didn't. It really didn't. This this got a lot of, okay. Here's like the weirdest. Here's like the fundamental foundation of like transition from like the 3D realm that Trials got so right. And then what are we doing here? So we have I forget. So we have the auto sprint, right? So and to sprint you have to click in the joystick. Not much, right? But you gotta do something. You gotta click. And so in Trials, what happens? You just run forward, and then after like 2 seconds of running, boom, you're just in an automatic sprint. The game that just locks you in, just knows, all right, it's sprint time. Obviously you want to run for an extended period, so we're gonna upgrade your running to a sprint. You're welcome. In this one, you want to sprint? Do it yourself. So there's just there are just a lot of systems and ideas in Trials and Three, um, that just facilitated the whole experience, eased you into it. You could get lost in it. Ah, yeah, I'm a little more into it now. It's been a couple years or a year or so since I was last here, and a lot of the anger has subsided. Played a lot of Trials and yeah, other games. And yeah, but like I hate it so much. But like, why do I keep coming back? The movement. the music. Then there's these things. This is the nicest, most normal one that you first see, and it's, you know, it's like, okay, oh, obviously Undine is going to be, because there she is. So we're going to get her. Instead of a, and I'm going to nitpick at shit because it already opened it up. It already opened it up with I guess really the first egregious act was the dots on the minimap, just the telling you exactly where the chests were. But then, you know, then they do speed that up. You can just glide. See, it's a little give and take. Then you can just glide over the item right now and pick it up instead of having to interact with it. Yes. But you were picking it up off the ground, kind of like opening a chest. So I don't know. Those two maneuvers just always felt, you know, one and the same. Like, okay, well, I keep talking about it. I can't do it in a fight. But, you know, okay, so here we are. We're whacking these guys. Getting in the power swings. I mean, this Dante dash that you get, like, you could roll in 3, which is really nice, but this just gives you this, oh, look at that kind of just, like, that nice, clean dodge that you get out of these attacks. You can just, the combat has kind of gotten, see, it's just, it's in such these minute little areas of, like, oh yeah, you can do these things now, and it just feels kind of like so much better. But then they added in all this kind of like new garbage that then just trashes like the whole encounter. Which we don't have any of those superpowers yet, but we'll see. And so we have Baby and no Super Baby, and so Hard. I'll have it on Hard, and we'll go up to these crabs. Now, they're only level 2, I'm level 2. Not, you know, still doing a decent amount of damage. Magic's still dog shit. But as you can see, if I get hit by one of these guys too, it's gonna suck a bit more. Just fights just take... that was a terrible example. Fights don't take that much longer, but you know, when they do, you feel it. Need Undine to collect some shit. I did play on Hard for the majority of the game in one passage, and it helps for a little while. It helps until like level 20 something, so where like, yeah, the enemies, the encounters, they take a bit more. You get to play more with the with all the different powers instead of like, well, just, you know, slash everything and be done with it. Like, the enemies lasting a bit longer, it lets you play with some of the other characters', you know, abilities, those special side effects, status effects that nobody likes. And, you know, sometimes for a little while it could feel like they did something, but really you get to like level 30 beyond and the game loses itself again, and you just start trashing through everything. So putting on Hard gives you a small extension for a while of enemies. You know, you have to treat them with a little more respect, but that it quickly goes away. I'm assuming that the singing should put me to sleep or something, but I seem quite resilient to it. Ooh, right behind you. Look at that. See that? Like, bam, bam. Get right behind him. Like, it's very Matrix. It's very... Again, it's also very, like, why do I have this? Like, what am I building towards exactly? I'm building to an even more kind of insane set of abilities than I have right now. Like I feel like I just started off. I shouldn't be this mobile. It's agile. So what did we get? We got these seeds are this list gets so you get to equip 2 seeds. You get to equip more seeds later when you kind of level up and shit. But here's your list of seeds, and they got them all separated in defense and attack and stuff. This list gets fucked. All the list gets pretty trashed. Like you get an abundance of these, and I think you can kind of organize them. Yeah, you can sort them in like when you got them, and I think that's really a new and default. Whatever. Default probably just means old, like as you got them or new. And yeah, like this, once you scroll through it like 1,000 times, you start kind of remembering like where some of these seeds are living. But like when you want to start making builds, and you're going through 6 different characters and you're equipping 8 different seeds on each of them, yeah, that becomes a fun little mini game of building people. Boom, Big Daddy hit. Yeah, there's just a nice, love the nice bright glossiness of everything, the sheen. Those could go away. There's little, yeah, the controls on the side. Let's clean, there we go, let's clean that HUD up a little. I could take away the minimap. I don't want to take away the minimap. I don't want to, because they decided to abuse the minimap. I'm not gonna blame the minimap. When I'm fairly comfortable with the game, I like to remove as much as possible information-wise. Just kind of one thing I really did on Dragon's Dogma. That was really cool when you kind of put that game on the hardest difficulty, take away the entire HUD, and just that was a very gooey, melty experience. Also pre-ordered Dragon's Dogma 2, the Super Edition, obviously, and pretty disappointed with it. Maybe even regretful. I don't know. I might visit it again.
Taking this?
Due to the circumstances of the situation of the location of where I first started playing Dragon's Dogma, I kind of wasn't like totally into it, but I played it again later and a little while, next, and that Dragon's Dogma, fucking play it. Oh my god. I saw a glowy thing over here, right? There it is.
Yes.
And so very, very excited for the second one. I don't care to watch things of reveals and trailers and info. Just let the game happen. Oh man, I don't know. That game, the opening was horrible. Like the opening. Let's see if I actually. Oh, I can double jump. Nope. I can double jump already. What is that? The opening of first one. You make your person. You wake up in your little sleepy fishing town. And you wave to your best gal, Kina, and everything. Oh, look at that! Oh, this is also a thing that kind of took me a little, like, I kind of like, ooh, okay, took me back, took me aback, that there's wildlife. I always like, you could, I mean, there's like the pink flamingos. and there's some other birds. But usually, if something's out here, you know you're gonna kill it. But this little sleepy guy just disappear into those rocks, or just yeah, there you go, fade into the forest. It's like, that was cool. It's like, oh, you know, there's just sort of other things like scurrying around here that, oh, can he kill me? Are these guys? What are these guys? Level? Yeah, they're the info above their heads is so tiny. Oh, there we go. And that's another. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if this game actually auto saves. I think you have to always go to a tree. And even if you hit a tree, I think. Oh, there is an auto save. But yeah, but so they all that beach that we just did, all that's all gone. We're going straight back there. One of my favorite pastimes. And one thing I really love, and that this game does, a lot of stuff's coming back now. It's really good at letting you explore these zones, and it's like a little too good, like in a way that it's hard to feel this as a mana game sometimes, where it's just kind of really its own thing, because like with these lands, there's a lot of them, and they get big. And they get big in this way. I was talking about Dragon's Dogma. I'm aware, by the way. I understand, like,
People used to live here.
the tangents,
Thousands of years
and
ago,
threads,
maybe. But now they're big old
of
monster
thought.
heads. Ready for a fight if you want to venture inside.
And so anyway, we'll get to a lot of things. We'll get to Dragon's Dogma. We'll get to Call of Duty. But for right now, what's on my mind? Outright games. Outright games are, I got the PS5, and on, oh, they're level 51, okay. I thought they were 3 or 5, like, it's not even, like, when we get to, like, 20-ish, we can kind of come back and fuck with these guys, but for now, obviously. And so what is a thing that this game is doing that I absolutely love? Letting you go against guys you really shouldn't be. Like, if I wanted to, if I was insane enough, I could dodge these guys for the next, like, 2 hours and whittle them all down. And man, could you imagine the levels I would get out of that group? And that's cool. If I wanted to do that, I could do that right now. And the game totally lets you. And you know, there's no like gear level, or there's no restrictions. You're not, you know, the only thing, you know, restricting you are in the enticing ways of, like, you know, I saw Undyne and her little swirls down there in the pond, and so it's like, ooh, okay, like, I can't wait to come back to that.
Yes.
All these areas are that, where it's just like you go through them, and the majority of them you just get to look at these things that you get to wonder about, to come back with and play with later. And then, oh yeah, you know, and then the little cactus, he starts playing this game. So, oh gee, I can, this is, okay, I can double jump, I can double dash in midair. It's too much. It's already too much just off the bat.
Just one left.
You sure made quick.
The info up there on the right, when the victory reward, we'll hit up the, is there anybody else I can run? No. Well, let's hit up the star, and you'll see. I think we're gonna learn our limit break. I think these bunnies are gonna make us, like, rage out.
Pretty far from home.
Yes, we've been out for like 10 minutes.
Seem more active to you?
I think so.
What was that prophecy of disaster? Eruptions will scorch the earth with fire from every fissure, or something.
Don't worry, Dorfer will probably settle down after I fulfilled my duty as the Alm.
Yeah, he's just a little angsty. Just needs a nap. Oh, who's this guy? Sure, let's just follow this guy. It's like the first person we've ever met outside the village.
Whoa there! The name's Orin. I came to study the geological composition of this
Yeah,
area.
what if there was just like a city out here, and it's just like it's the future right now, and they've just never
Well, I
they've just
mean,
never stepped outside.
yes.
This kind of thing is common in our area. I'm guessing this is
Dragon's Dogma, like I said, opened up. You're just a little, in your fishing village, and then boom, the dragon shows up, starts tearing up the place. You play the hero, grab a sword, get whooped, and the dragon steals, and he steals your heart. And then he's like, "Hey, if you want this back,
What are you two doing out here?
come, be a mighty warrior and face me. Be worthy to gain your heart back." What a story!
That must make you the soul guardian.
What's the story in the second one?
Sure you're up to the job?
Like, you're already a prisoner for some reason. There's already
Pushover?
there's an arisen. There's an arisen who's like, I think like taking the throne or some seat of power, which makes no sense because they're still doing the job, right? I mean, there's like a dragon around. So it's like, go be the arisen. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. You don't just get to immediately, first step, sit on my ass. Like, I don't know, they started making the story all... What sequels always do. The first thing comes out, it's pure, it's like this fable, story. It's like a Twilight Zone episode. It's just this nice little... the edge, rounded, bookended, little,
It's hard to say.
little romp of a tale. And then the sequel comes out, and then things have to like get a little darker, or just more convoluted, more complicated, or you start answering questions that nobody was even asking in the first place. And they're not all bad, obviously. Like Empire Strikes Back. Into Darkness, and I love that movie, and I do, and but then a lot of the times it's just like it was like Home Alone 2 just barely fucking makes it. Not barely. Why did I say that? I'd say Home Alone 2 is kind of teetering on an edge that it does a really good job keeping your eyes off of. But it is there, where it's just like, it's sort of a mini miracle. It's a Christmas miracle that Home Alone 2 is as good as it is. Because the first one is obviously such a way tighter story. And everything about it. The second one, even, it starts to get a little Looney Tunes with like, with them getting electrocuted, and just the gags get a little upped and everything. And it's really on the edge of like, okay, I'm buying it. I'm okay with this. But it's like Harry and what's his face, like and Marv, they're sort of getting a whacking that's coming a little out of the realm of like the established, pretty grounded universe of the first one. And the second one opens with like the same shit happening again of them being late and the rush, and it's great, and it knows too, because it gets right to it, and it kind of gets right to it in a way that's very acknowledging of the first one, which is like, it's just a necessary kind of evil where it's just like, yeah, it's rushing through, and it's kind of, it's treating the story, I don't know, with like a wink at the camera, and but it has to, because again, it's the overall, like, we're here for Home Alone 2, so how do we make Home Alone 2 work? Well, we need to get you to New York. Like, it was the beginning of the first one is, that's what I mean, like, I love the slow burn, like Rambo, like First Blood. Like, it takes forever for Rambo to eventually kind of snap off. And the second one, it's like, they call him up and like, Rambo, we're gonna drop you in, you're just gonna mess stuff up. And so... So for Dragon's Dogma 2, again, they just start getting all things just kind of like stupid, and they really went out of their way to make the areas more windy and twisty
This
and
isn't the last time we'll be seeing
congested,
Dudbears, I bet.
and just more of a mystery, like this Ubisoft kind of obsession that they have, like um if you ever if you ever play Breakpoint, like where Ubisoft is hiding the chests, like they're really obnoxious about it, and it's a
I
whole
think
other
you might need more practice.
idea of the game, and so the map in Dogma is just like it's just this pain in the ass to explore. Um,
Got some syrup.
and yeah, already just the whole tone of the beginning of it was just so. It was so off. It was so very. It wasn't even like it didn't even speed you through the idea of the feeling of the first one of where we are, kind of like Home Alone. Like you could go into Home Alone 2 and be like, you didn't really need to see the first one. You're basically seeing the first one, and you're not really missing much, and you can kind of roll right in. Dragon's Dogma 2, it begins like everyone just play. It begins a little pretentiously, a little presumptuously. I should be playing the game right now. That like, oh, everyone is no one played Dragon's Dogma. That was the did you not notice that? Like when that came out, like Skyrim was huge. Whatever Bethesda other no, that was the Bethesda dog shit at development. Whatever else was huge around that moment, Dragon's Dogma got slightly overshadowed, and it was unquestionably the superior game of that era, of that moment, and Capcom, in all their wisdom, they knew it and they kept it alive and they gave it Dark Arisen and they made it even better. And then it got the Skyrim treatment of it got ported to. Oh, there was another correction I wanted to make from last video. I said the Collection of Mana was on the Wii, and I was actually looking at my Switch when I said that, and but it is on the Switch, and there's that system, and so Dragon's Dogma is on. It came out on the PS3 and the 360, I think, and then it was on the PS4, and it was on the Switch, and it was on the PC. Ooh, a big guy. We got a big guy. And, yeah, oh, shit. Actually, this is gonna take a second. Let's do this later. On my own, I would sit there for an hour and fight something like that, but, you know, let's keep it brisk.
Well, if dub means yes, maybe.
Dub Bears. Now I'm thinking of Legend of Mana. I don't know if this were the first time you met the Dub Bears in Legend, but that's a really interesting part. And yeah, it's cool. There's a lot of little lands in Legend where you don't even really fight anything. You just go to somebody's town and just talk to people. Let's hit this tree. Let's activate these portals.
Let's rest up.
See, that's what I mean, where it's just like, I don't know if it's auto-saving. Like, I'm pretty sure when I loaded the game, like, there was an auto-save. And, fuck it, let's find out. You know, because usually then, with it, within, right there in the game, at the tree. So, okay, there's an autosave. Like, that would have been at the tree, and then here's me at the tree. Duh. And so then when I died before, what did it say? Whoops. Did it say current save or last save, or it's like, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know if it's auto saving, because I feel like the first time I played this, like I didn't manually save at a tree for like, you know, after like an hour. And then I was back, and then I was like, oh shit, okay, that would, yeah, it's old school. I know you can get to that, obviously. But yeah, some rocks. Oh yeah, so then Dragon's Dogma 2 sucks, and Outright Games. When I first got the PS5, there was the PlayStation Plus now. Holy shit, have they upgraded it? Like from what it was on the PS3. Like, you would get, like, 2 games a month. That was it. And now you get this massive fucking library. Like, yeah, it's incredibly different. And so, explored all that. I had Helldivers 2 and Dragon's Dogma 2,
Take
both
this?
rather disappointments. And okay, what's a game I haven't been disappointed in that I got and I played? Uh, Wildlands. Fucking Wildlands. Oh, Breakpoint, dog shit. But Ghost Recon Wildlands, there we go. That's a video game. That is a video game. Look at the pink flamingos. They're back. Beautiful. With the Super Edition also, you can you can fuck with the music. You can get some, you can get the old school stuff. But it's cool they give you the music, right? This is a terrible jukebox. Like you can choose what plays and what doesn't, right? But these settings don't stay, like when you leave the game. So if you want to, you can't. You have to always go. So there's a lot of tracks. You don't get a sample of the track. So if I never heard this song from this game, I don't know if I want this or not in the rotation. Because like, there's like two kind of Mana songs. It's like the two JRPG songs. There's this. There's a lot of these very like sweet melodic environmental, charms. And then there's the thrashing, and then there's the face melting, and the dragons, and the fire, and so usually those songs are just like like I could try to find one of them. Try to find one of those songs. I feel like Children had one I heard. It was like real. Children are Heroes. That's gotta be gnarly, right? Shuffle, no shuffle on. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is, I don't know if it's because it's the track I just clicked, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, definitely not fitting the vibes of chilling in the pool. But, if I was vanquishing something, yeah, perfect. Off? Shuffle. Oops. Wait, okay, so actually, I don't know. See, this is what I'm, how do I, or pause. There we go. Okay. Pause is a weird way to put it, but there you go. Now it's off, and we're back. So, yeah, it's a lot, it's basically everything of this game. Oh, that's great that it's here. I really love it, but wow, they really could have put it in a better way. It is a very soundly made game though. Like I don't think I ever had it crash. There is one funny little graphical glitch with one of the characters and the weapons. I'm just running around in circles now. Oh, let's get to a star, and we'll see that later. But other than that, it is a very sound game. So I get the PS5. The Plus menu is gigantic, and there are a lot of games by this one developer called Outright Games. I haven't seen that in a while. I'm always just, I'm saying things here, and I'm pretty sure I know what I'm saying. I sound like I'm saying them quite confidently, but I don't know. So I hope it's true. That yes, and Outright Games, and they had this really wonderful like logo, like little movie, opening credit, whatever brand name thing, and like it was they're the name of their company coming out of this ball pit, and it's like the sound of the balls, and you could just like feel it. It was great, and so I was like, there are a lot of these, and, and they're all. I can't remember the first one I played. I think it was like Jumanji. I think because I had just no. Well, I'd seen Jumanji a while ago, the new one, and it's entertaining. And okay, now we're about to gain our limit break, and I think there was a Jumanji game, and there's like two of them. They may have done both of them. And I played one, and it was actually kind of good. It was just this weird like shooter. Like it could have been like Gears of War. And so yeah, and it wasn't bad. It was like, oh, okay, these guys. And so I looked them up, and I noticed that yeah, the Plus had a lot of their games. So I was like, I'm gonna play all of them. So I played every Outright game on the PS Plus, and a lot of them weren't good. But there were a few gems in there. They're mainly all children's games and licensed games of movies and TV shows and stuff. Hotel Transylvania, I really didn't care for that. Did you know that there's a Fast and Furious children's movie? Kid show. There's a Fast and Furious kid show. That's the thing. Not a terrible game. Transformers, oh god, I mean there was a lot. There was this Gigantosaurus or something. Gigantosaurus is mainly why you'll see there's a correlation of what I'm talking about. Paw Patrol, the absolute best one, inarguably, was Paw Patrol. There were two Paw Patrols. One was terrible. It was a side scroller. The other one, I don't remember the name. I don't know if it was like Rescue Bay City or something. But there was one. It was just more open levels, free roaming. I mean, it was still pretty linear. Like you're just going forward, just collecting the dog biscuits. I did platinum it. I did collect every dog biscuit. It's really good. It's every level. It's like 15-20 minutes. So it's just this great like episodic little bite sizes, and the controls are fantastic. I never watched the show, but I got a good introduction. Jake, I think, is the kid who's leading, or not. I mean, or he's just like the logistics coordinator. I didn't know. I actually didn't really see if there wasn't like a chief or a captain or anything or anybody. It was very democratic and there wasn't like an alpha patroller. Everybody chipped in, and performed their duties admirably. And you got to play as two different dogs, two different pups every level, and everyone started off with a little vehicle, section of like driving into the scene, which for getting platinum, and collecting all the bones. That the driving sections were the ones I had to come back to a couple times. Like, it was a pretty good challenge. And then there's sort of like a big event at the end, and your pet your trooper gets Super Saiyan or Mega, I don't know, gets Super Saiyan, and you save the world in the end. Sorry, spoil the game, but that's how cool the game gets. Like, you save the world at the end. Like, you're starting off, I'm pretty sure there's a kitten in a tree, and then it's you're destroying a meteor. You're going full Armageddon. And so that was a wonderful experience. Another one, not so great, but I did platinum it for no reason, because I was there, because I got so close to it. The worst reason to go after a platinum, PJ Masks, and it was just not good. The levels take forever to get through. You're not doing anything There's some like paths and crossroads that you're not making any decisions. I mean, it's a preschooler game, obviously, but it was the cutscenes are good. They were funny. It felt like I was, like I never seen the show, but it felt like it was capturing the spirit. And yeah, and some of the the voice acting was good. The levels were just very long, very boring. It was very mind. It wasn't even like tedious or monotonous. Just mind numbing of like holding right and just ugh, when is this over with? And then it was same, because outright, they have some their characteristics, their trademarks, and and you flew in like one of the PJ vehicles, and so played all the Outright games. I will do a playthrough. I'm gonna do a playthrough of Paw Patrol. I missed that game. It was really good. Like I would, before work, I would wake up, and it would be like my Saturday morning, like show. Like I wake up and I play a level of Paw Patrol, and it was just this wonderful way to start the day. And yeah, and then after Paw Patrol would air fucking PJ Masks, so I was there. And I was doing like I didn't beat all. I beat PJ, beat Ice Age. Like there's some like I could have beaten Ice Age. Like Ice Age was actually really pretty good. And you played as I think his name. Again, another series of movies I never got into. Scratch. You played the little acorn obsessed rodent. And the controls are actually kind of good, and it was, but it's just that one gets really tedious. Oh, Ben 10-5, which again more Ben 10, and then more like Gigantosaurus. Gigantosaurus was really the one. I'll just go to the stars. I'm sorry, I'm just out here fucking doing nothing. Oh, let's why do we get this thing off? Here's another thing. We'll get to this, and the main thing you did in Gigantosaurus was you went around and you just collected stuff. And, like, not in the way, like, Paw Patrol's was, like, you just kind of running down an alley, like, following the paths and then making the little jumps and everything. So, again, it's just, like, it's getting to the point.
It's like the air is alive with wind spirits in there.
It is alive. And then Gigantosaurus, if you're into the... Am I gonna make this? If you're into the show, great. Again, never seen it. Little after my time. And okay, stop running. I'm gonna run off the edge. And you're in these. This area gets really big, by the way. And like in Gigantosaurus, in this preschool game, you're in this big area, and then you're just going around collecting. I don't even remember what it was. Whatever dinosaurs like, and there's all these like little. They're very similar because there are all these like little these dudes are gonna want a good hit. There are all these little vehicle kind of things lying around that you got to interact with, and I can't remember what kind of dinosaur you were. You were like just like a little brontosaurus thing, and there was like a log that you would like run on, and then the log would roll, and then so that was like your, like when you're the vehicles that you could just putz around in if you wanted to. And then the areas were large, and there was just all these like platforms and springs and things to like so now like this and these levels. One of the annoying things in Final Fantasy XIV was to gain the ability to fly, you had to run around the area completely, like scour all the nooks and crannies to activate all these the wind things. But by the time you activated all of them, you had seen the entire level, so you were just. There's nowhere that you could go that flying, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong in the comments. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to say right off the bat. I should have said this 44 minutes ago. This audio is terrible. These are I'm recording on the PlayStation 5 headset with its built-in microphone, and I was kind of expecting. Now, when I've heard this kind of quality from others, like I was expecting way cheaper equipment than this. And so, but yeah, so that's what we're rolling with. And and so you're like, by the time you can fly, like you're sick of the area, you've seen every inch of it, and there's nowhere that flying can bring you that you haven't already been. I'm pretty sure. I'm probably just making shit up now, but it's basically that. And these areas in Trials they all turn into that. It's like a dozen zones of just. I've never really cared about. This is the first game where I've really felt that whole kind of argument of there's a thing happening, right? Like the world is ending, like your loved one needs you to go do something, and what do you end up doing? Smashing every crate, opening every box, talking to every villager, picking up every shiny thing off the ground. Spending an hour trying to get up on a ledge that you're not even sure if the game even wants you up there or not, but like you're gonna get yourself up there. And this is the first game where I felt where it's like Mana really, the Mana series, like Secret. The two huge RPGs I played back in the day were Final Fantasy VI, known as 3 back in the day, but Final Fantasy VI. And Secret of Mana. And I played Secret of Mana a lot first, and I want to call it a kid's game, but like compared to like Final Fantasy VI. But what I love about Secret of Mana is that Secret of Mana is like, it's like Streets of Rage. Like you're going down a path. Now it's a very open path. And it's a very like liberative path. Liberative? Liberating? Yeah. And but it's still like there's a kind of this focus and direction. And then honestly that is there in Final Fantasy VI, but just on a slightly more kind of wider blown up scale. And you can go where you want in Secret of Mana, but like the story is really keeping itself, in focus. And the areas that you go to and why you're going to these areas one after another. And the size of the areas where it's like they're just big enough where you get to roam around them and really feel like that basically you get to feel like you're here. Like Secret of Mana and Trials, like they felt like this. And they didn't need to be this. Now I think the music got all scary because of that guy down there. He's one of those Nemesis who you kill and turn into stone and do stuff with them. But we'll come back to it later, because we're gonna go pick up my favorite character in the game. I'm glad she comes in like immediately. Oh, look at these guys, just chilling, just hanging out. We should pet them, but those colors up there. Oh, look at that! Look at this.
Wow.
Do you hear that?
I hope we can watch them at work.
And I'm glad that this game is doing this. It's cool. I love this huge area. It's wonderful. These trees, like, somehow I'm fine. Like, it'd be cool actually. If I had to struggle a little more to get up here, or if this whole canyon was like protected by wind and we had to like go around a different path, because the trees seem to really be taking it. Or it's like, or are they just ecstatic? Like, calm down, trees. Like, they're just putting on a show. Like, oh, look at these strong winds. Ooh, yeah, okay, here we go. And but these huge areas are too good at just
This guy sure
hiding. It's
lives
an
up to his
Easter egg
name.
hunt.
The wind never stops, huh?
And when you're hunting for
This
Easter
world
eggs, you're
feels
not
strange,
saving the
though.
world.
It feels
So
melancholic somehow.
yeah, it's where this
Look,
game
first order of
really
business is
has
to
its
return the
its
elemental
own
vessel to the
thing and its
chief.
own
Then we see
feeling
about the Alm.
of where it really it starts pushing into MMO region territory. And Kingdoms of Amalur, like oh geez, if anything got bitch
Dragonfolk
slapped
can live to be
harder
pretty old.
by
Do you think the new
the
Alma could
backhand
be
of
serious
the
about
MMO
Don't
genre.
worry. I'll carry them to the
And
magic
and
field
and
by
that
magic I
that
got
you know, and this is
Fine, I'm
one of
standing
those
so well.
reverberations of that style, of that idea. And yeah, it is fun. It's wonderful. It's addictive. It's great to lose yourself in. It's not exactly why I would play a mana game. And but in even that, but it really comes down to it's how it's designed, it's how it's built.
Let me see.
And we're right back to God, they really like they're very generous, but they're very generous with the map in general. That I get the whole, which is fine. It's just a village, but still, like I haven't been what even in the first in three. Yeah, actually in three you probably do get the whole village. So maybe that poo poos that whole thing I brought up in chapter one. But the telling you where all the chests are, the
Yes.
beams of light coming from the items. I know I'm just repeating the same things over and over again,
Taking this?
but it is the world and within this that you know that exists that I occupy, and it,
This is kind of exciting. Nice.
I don't know, just distracting. And oh, that was another thing. That was another. I forgot about that. Can I double jump? Nope. You can't even dodge. Can't even sprint. So now for the exploration of towns, they've taken away your abilities, and I don't know. Yeah, now you have to get by on the wits of the geometry. There we go. Kind of feel, yeah. It has a weird feeling of like I don't know if you know if that was intended, but there you go. I don't know. It kind of doesn't bug me now. I'm okay with, but it was just again, you go into something like this for the first time, and like just what doesn't bug you, you know? Where are we at? 50. So we'll call it here for now, and then yeah, well, and I think you kind of get the gist of all that. And see ya. Nah, fuck it. We got 7 minutes recording these. You only get an hour, so we'll see what this guy has to say.
I'm Val, the Soul Guard. I came across your elemental vessel and wanted to return it.
Gracious, I was wondering where Ramco and the little ones spirited that away to. Thank you.
Ramco,
Those
also a
young'uns
wonderful,
will get an earful
wonderful addition to
later,
the team.
But enough about that. Welcome to Longarin, friends.
Yo.
Pleasure. So where might we find the Alm of Wind?
On that subject, I have some unfortunate news. The ferry has not yet arrived to name the Alm.
Oh, then you're still waiting to see who gets the job?
Here in the Vale, we welcome the ferry with a traditional wind-dyeing ceremony, as performed by one of our wind oracles. But this year, our attempts at the ritual have been unsuccessful. There is one
The
oracle, Karina,
the blades of the
who's
windmill
attuned to
look
wind
like
elementals
dried apple slices.
unparalleled. At this rate, I fear that without Karina, the ferry may not come at all. Sadly, she refuses to listen to my orders anymore.
There she is.
No matter what I do or how soundly her parents scold her, Karina says she won't budge until she feels like it. But now that you have arrived,
She she has the coolest outfits. She has the coolest companion. Which has been like a neat little thing.
What?
Kind of
Why
new.
me?
Can I say new? But it's just like I don't know what heroes, Dawn, children. I don't know what all the other manas have been up to. What they've been introducing. Try looking for children of mana once. Actually, just one store. No, two. I asked at 2 stores. I think. I hope. Yeah, hard to find. I was expecting to actually just walk in and see like a whole row, like a whole shelf of Children of Mana. Like, please find me a home. Like, but no, people are hanging on to those.
It could be the end of the Veil as we know it.
I love her voice actress.
I think I've
She's
got
funny.
work cut out
There's got to be like a sassy, like Angela is really great in Trials. Like there's just got to be like a sassy kind of just shitty sour one, and she does it very well. Everyone kind of coming together as a team and blending, and I don't know, it's not bad. We'll see. So anyway, I'm getting the 5-minute warning, so we will pick it up then.